Well, you wanted rain. You're going to get some rain. We already got some. We got some more coming.
Yay.
It's another Monday, and we've come full cycle as we move towards October. 3 months to pick up your Christmas gifts. Nothing for me, y'all, unless 10,000 of you want to get together and add a buck each to the radio pile, a ham radio pile. I've changed my mind, by the way. I don't want that radio. Obviously, it's not going to happen anyway, but you can do an early Christmas donation to Reese honoring our veterans.
Yes.
Hello. 3 months away. It needs to be in before then. Needs to be in by Thanksgiving. Let's put a self-imposed deadline on
I
it.
like that.
Thanksgiving. Let's get her in by Thanksgiving, so we got a lot of thanks to offer, and so that our folks out there, our heroes, will have a wreath on their graves, marking their graves at the Memorial Park here, the Veteran Cemetery here, as well as the Onslow Memorial Park, where a lot of veterans are buried there. 15 bunches of them.
Yeah, 1,500
of them there. Some things to think about here as we approach the season. It's an early Christmas gift, if nothing else, y'all. All right. We'll continue talking about it in the days that lie ahead. But to get started this morning, I'm Rayford Brown, and I need some new adjectives from y'all that'll describe my personality. Other than being mean and deplorable, I came up with sweet and adorable. What about y'all?
I like it. I'm Chris Marks.
I'm Lee Barrows, and I'm not saying a word. Just not getting into that discussion.
You ever heard people say, I'm not going to say anything about it, and then they start talking about it? I'm not going to get into that discussion. I'm not going to say a word about it. I'm Lee Barrows, and I'm not going to say anything about it. So I just not going to say no.
It's Monday. Don't start.
You know, that reminds me of the people. I don't have anything to say to you. Well, how are things going? Well, I really didn't kill that person. There was somebody else there.
I have a family member that lives far, far away, and occasionally when I do call her to say happy birthday or something, it starts off, "Oh, how are you doing?" "Fine." And then we go into 30 minutes about her.
Well, yeah, I know that feeling. My to start running low on juice in a little while.
I mean, I'm just
you got to be able to figure out how to do that.
The one time the dogs don't bark, you know.
The other thing is scratch on the phone. It's beginning to break up here.
I can't hear you.
Used to do that on radios for like this. No, they're not around. They won't know about it. So we'll get started with the weather. There's a lot to talk about, a lot of tragedy.
Oh, yes.
And in both the serious mayhems that occurred over the weekend, in both cases, we have a local connection with them.
Yes.
Okay. So weather first. When severe weather is threatening, it'll always be at the top of the list as far as people who want to know everything. I heard about that all weekend. First, there's Humberto. While it's a mighty powerful storm, the U.S. will be spared the primary wrath of this cyclone. Rain will remain far offshore from that storm. Keep that in mind from Humberto. But winds from the huge storm, which had 160 mile per hour winds at its peak just over the weekend, is down to 130 mile per hour winds. We're labeling this as, it was really bad at one time with 160. Now it's only 130. 130 is a powerful storm, y'all. Major storm. But the winds, they won't get that high around anywhere around land masses. But there'll be some issues with Bermuda. But here in North Carolina, strong surf and the ever-present rip currents will make conditions along the beaches less desirable. That strong surf is going to have an impact on houses and everything else along the beach fronts, especially up there in the Outer Banks. So then we got Tropical Storm Imelda. It's no longer a tropical storm. It is, but it won't be very long. Imelda is headed to become a hurricane. Winds have increased to 45 miles per hour. By this time tomorrow, it will likely have reached hurricane status, 74 miles per hour. It's going to be intensifying rapidly. After that, it won't stay a hurricane very long. It will quickly start to lose, turning towards the northeast, then the east, over land, and the jet stream and all of that good stuff will do us a favor and move it offshore, keep it away from land masses. It's stirring up some stuff over there in the Bahamas now, but with winds of 45 miles per hour maximum, that's bad. The Bahamas are flat. 45 mile per hour winds, flat Bahamas, that's still bad.
Yeah.
Bad for them. But at least it's not 160 miles per hour. We will have rain. Let's see if I can do that again. We will have rain. There will be some winds and definitely strong surf along our immediate coastal areas. As you might expect, there will be deadly rip currents up and down the beaches. Absolutely no reason to venture into the ocean. All right, don't go there. As far as driving, tomorrow is probably going to be the peak worst day. Driving in coastal North Carolina, there will be flooding, street flooding, urban street flooding. Some of the creeks and the rivers, they're going to flood up pretty quickly. And that's going to make driving very hazardous. So you folks out there, if you got to go somewhere, leave yesterday. Whatever day you got to be there, leave at least the day before if it's to drive across town. Because you may book a motel. And just be careful and be extremely careful. Because more people will be hurt on the roads than anywhere else during this time. And remember, if you are driving along and suddenly there's water across the road, don't assume that there is a bottom to that where that water is. It may not be the pavement that used to be there. It could be a big old ditch, also known as a gully. And if that water, as you see it, and it's still rushing across the road, going from left to right or right to left, there's a good chance that it's undermining the underneath. And then when that happens, the pavement collapses, hence the gully, hence your car down in the gully, wash down into the creek, whatever is adjoining it on either side, and people die in those regularly. The least thing that will happen is you just lose a car and everything you got in it. Ham radio guys, take a note. Don't. Oh, there's a good one. There's a new one.
Take a note.
Take a note. Don't.
Yeah, Polly didn't know it.
I like turn around, don't drown.
Yeah, that one's always been good.
Oh, but you bring up a very good point. Over the next couple of days, we may have periods of heavy rain and ponding on the roadways.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about that, right?
Ponding itself. You're driving along, and I don't know whether y'all have ever noticed or not, but the roads aren't perfectly level, not even perfectly smooth. There's what we call everything from potholes to little dips. Those are the ones that are dangerous. You can't see them happening. It's a little dip in the road. And quite often the roads are banked so that the water will run off of the roads, right? One way or the other, generally speaking. And sometimes if there's any buildup of grass or debris on the shoulder of the road where that water that would normally run off doesn't, it's called damming it up.
Right.
And then you get water standing on the road. You're running along. Hey, this road is not bad at all. Had a little light sprinkles here. It may be a little bit wet, but I can still run 65, 70 miles an hour in this 35 zone. You can until you hit that water. And then it's called hydroplaning.
That's right.
You will go zip, 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 maybe spinning around and around and around she goes. And you could end up off the road in a ditch. You could end up rolling over because when your right side tires, when they start to seize up because the rain, or they just start spinning, and the other side, you've got different types of pulling on the left and right sides of your cars. You can go rolling over. You can spin and end up in the oncoming lane of an 18-wheeler running 55 miles per hour in the opposite lane. And then it's what they call one and done for you too often. So just think about it. And if you've ever been in a wreck where it has hydroplane, the road was wet, and well, it's called driving too fast for conditions if you live. Mm-hmm. You will get a ticket. And it doesn't matter what the speed limit is. or what you were driving. How fast you were driving, it was too fast for the conditions, obviously, because you couldn't control your car. That's the catch-all law, and you will be found guilty of it. It's the way it is. Okay. I don't even know where to go first, but I guess we'll start chronologically.
Real quick before you start, we just had one of our Facebook followers ask us to say happy anniversary to Bob and Liz. How do you say their
Onesius.
Onesius.
Oh.
Bob and Liz Onesius. They've been married 52 years.
Oh, that poor lady.
Happy anniversary.
I'm kidding, Bob.
Bob and Liz.
I'm kidding, Bob.
When I see Bob at church, he has the same watch I do. So he's like, okay,
Well,
how we
like
looking?
it?
Yeah. I just,
Are you copying him or is he copying you?
we just happen to have good
That's
taste.
what you call styling.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. But, I love the whole family. They're
You're both like Caesar salads. You're dressing.
They dress alike too?
Yeah, dressing. Okay,
Happy
Rachel, go ahead.
anniversary,
We're
you
just
too.
trying to add a little humor before we get into the deep, dark.
I've met nobody with my watch. It's an old one. This is a Phoenix 3 version. It's a Garmin, but it's
Seen it? What?
Phoenix.
A Phoenix.
Fenix. It's got
Okay,
GPS
gotcha. Like the
also.
bird.
for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
This is older. It's an Armatron.
and this they got it up to like Phoenix 9 or 10 or 11 now. That's
Well, I used to
this is-
have the
Timex what?
whatever that was so popular, about $300-400, and then when that one went, I bought the Amazfit for like $60. It does the exact same thing my $300 watch did. So,
Coolest watch I had. I bought it at a pawn shop that was on
I'm the cheap girl
right
now.
near the city hall, former city hall, current location for the
Oh, yeah.
police.
Oh,
Yes.
Used to be a pawn shop there, and I stopped in there and needed a watch one day in a hurry, and in a real hurry, and I bought a Casio, which is a
Oh,
driver's
yeah.
watch too.
Yeah.
That was
$5.
yeah. Casios were real popular.
You know that. And I used to buy a lot of camera lenses for Nikon there because a lot of guys would go overseas. They in those days
I
you
need
could,
a
if you
telephone.
ended up in Japan or Okinawa,
right.
you could buy brand new Nikon equipment a whole lot cheaper than you could buy it here after the tariffs and stuff. And they come back here, use it for a while, don't care for it anymore, and pawn it. And I'd buy it for a tenth the cost of
Wow.
what it would be here.
Wow.
That's how I got a whole lot of my camera gear way back when. All right, where do we go? Let's talk
All
about,
right, you go ahead.
chronologically speaking, crazy and mean people. Southport, south of Wilmington. It's along the Intercoastal Waterway, a beautiful, very historic town. It's the site of the annual North Carolina 4th of July Festival, the parade. That's where it's held, is right there.
Wow.
At one time, this was the county seat of Brunswick County. Back in the 80s, I think it was, could have been in the late 70s. They changed it to Bolivia because Bolivia was a crossroads basically in those days, but it built up a little bit as a town. And it was more centrally located because people from all over Brunswick County were having to go to the county seat, which was out there on the Intercoastal Waterway. It was, well, a long ways for a lot of folks to go. At a restaurant that I visited many times in the past, always by boat for me, has a great, wonderful dish called conch fritters. That's what I like. A local watering hole in the evening hours. Local fisherman, known by a lot of locals in the area, former Marine, stopped just off the restaurant in the Intercoastal Waterway there Saturday night, sat in his boat for a period of time, did not dock, and for some inexplicable reading, I don't know what it was. I'm sure somebody has an idea by now. He just started shooting. Some called it targeted shooting. Some call it random fire, open fire with a short barrel. That means less than the minimum required length for a barrel on a rifle. suppressor equipped AR style of gun, had a folding stock. And you hear me when I said suppressor?
Yes.
Y'all call them silencers.
Mm-hmm.
By the time he was finished, 3 patrons of the American Fish Company lay dead. 5 others were wounded. One of those was in very critical condition. Having abandoned his given name years earlier,
Yes.
changing his identity to Nigel Max Edge after departing the Marine Corps in 2008, I think it was. The 40-year-old man, 39 years old, some people say, has a first appearance in Brunswick Superior Court today on the murder, attempted murder, and likely additional charges. After the murder, investigators say he took his boat, nonchalantly left, and drove to a boat ramp on nearby Oak Island. It's a little town there. His home of residence is listed as Oak Island. As he was loading his boat onto a trailer, he was confronted by armed Coast Guardsmen who held him until civilian police arrived.
Go Coasties.
Coast Guard was alerted about the guy in a boat leaving the scene with a gun. So they found him, and they held him there. They are law enforcement personnel. They're federal guys, people, in case you don't know. And a number of posted rantings on Facebook. This guy calling himself Edge said he was a veteran of the Marine Corps suffering from PTSD. And a host of Facebook postings, more than I cared to read after I read his radical nonsense.
Was.
It appears he has been dealing with the North Carolina legal system a lot, having filed a bunch of lawsuits against medical personnel and medical facilities in eastern North Carolina. I'm trying to figure out now, this former Marine at the time in 2012, I think it was, he was selected to escort American Idol star Kelly Pickler to the Country Music Awards, or whatever it is, CMT Music Awards. And then he sued her within the last year, claiming she had tried to fatally poison him with tainted Jim Beam whiskey at that event. He attended the event, and there are pictures of him in uniform, after he was medically retired from the Corps, along with his support dog. He changed his name to Edge from, I'm going to butcher it, y'all, back in 2023, from Sean Devoise, Debevoise. If any of you guys are in the area, you will probably, if you serve with him, you'll recognize the name. But that's what he was known as then. He's had some issues. I have a text message from, not sent to me, but relayed to me from somebody else who knew him, worked with him in the Marine Corps. They had a falling out later on. And this guy is making all sorts of claims about him. I have no reason to doubt what he's saying, but he sent it. He hasn't posted it anywhere. It's just some information that he sent to folks who needed to know. If indeed what he says is true, not because of a PTSD way they described him, not because of that, but because of some of the other stuff. Schizophrenia was one of them. Seemed like we've heard that recently, didn't we? There's no way he could legally buy this gun that he had. I don't think there was any legally way he could possess it anyway. It had a suppressor, which requires special permitting. And it also had a short barrel, which is a standard issue in some branches or some units in the military, generally a 14-inch barrel instead of a 16-inch barrel. 16-inch barrel is the minimum for a rifle. They described it as a rifle, not a short barrel, not a pistol shooting a rifle cartridge. I've got one of those. It's designated as a pistol, though, cannot be modified. But his supposedly is with a folding stock, a scope, and a suppressor. It's not good. Now, if he had it, and if the gentleman, and I hope I will have direct contact with him before it's over with, if indeed this guy did spend some time in a facility, and if he has been diagnosed with what I was told, and the information, according to this man, was given to our legal system, and nobody took any guns away from him, even after he was confined for a period of time, then there's a problem that we have yet to address. First, he could not have this gun legally.
Right.
He does not have a weapon of mass destruction permit for a sawed-off anything or a short-barreled or something with a suppressor. You got to have special permitting to get that. There is a problem here if that's the case. There's a problem. Not with the guns, but with the people who are not doing their job. We find in so many of these cases that the folks who are committing these vicious, atrocious crimes are people that should never have been able to carry a gun or own a gun, right? Yeah, they may have purchased one legally at some point in time, or it may have been purchased legally, but not necessarily by them. And then they acquired it by hook or crook. Then there's a problem. That's not a loophole. That's an enforcement problem, either by law enforcement or by the judicial system. This gentleman says they brought it to the court's attention. Then we have a problem. And apparently it wasn't the only gun that he had. So, or that he owns or owned. We have a problem. He was in the Marine Corps, got out in 2008. I saw some stuff about a unit, but I don't know for sure what his unit it was. But we have another Marine, prior Marine, that also got out. He served from 2004 to 2008, also had issues, and then he made the big headlines up there in Michigan.
Yes, he did.
Same age, 39 or 40.
And they both served at the same time?
Served at the same time, both at Camp Lejeune.
That's right. And they both went to Iraq.
And they both were in Iraq, and both were injured in Iraq. So, who is not doing their job? The laws are on the books. Laws are useless if unenforced. Can I make that any clearer?
Well, Rayford, didn't you say that Oak Island, they were very familiar with him, the law enforcement agency there, because over the years he had filed so many lawsuits.
Well, the lawsuits are civil.
Plus, he'd been arrested. Well, here's one right here that he filed against the United States of America, Clarkstown Police Department, Oak Island Police Department, Brunswick County Sheriff's Department, Hope for the Warriors, the CID Criminal Investigative Division, and the U.S. Department of Justice. And his reasoning was treason, accusing them of treason. And that's only one of the many.
Some of these are what I call red flags, and y'all need to pay attention to this. Yes, people can have claims against the government or whatever. Doesn't mean that they're wacky and shouldn't own a gun.
Right.
Doesn't mean they should be locked away. It does mean that they should be checked out, should be looked at by the people who look at things like this. When there are rantings and ranting after ranting after ranting on Facebook, social media pages, and people are notified about it, and nothing happens.
There were so many red flags.
People still have guns and still getting guns, whatever. There can be problems. If a person cannot legally purchase a gun, should his other guns be removed from him? There's a question for you. If he cannot, if he's so red flagged that today that if he goes down to a gun dealer and there's nothing there except red flagged and said, no, you can't sell him a gun. So they don't sell him a gun. They don't call them red flags. That's what I call them. But if he's got a mark against him and they cannot legally sell him a gun, should that information be revealed to the local people who are in charge of law enforcement? And should a hearing be scheduled or set to, one, see why he's red flagged? That would be one that should be
Mhm.
because a psychiatrist who might be leaning way to the left of normalcy that doesn't like guns and doesn't think anybody should have a guns and probably would like to defund and disarm the police. Those are some people out there like that, and they got credentials up the yin yang. I wouldn't trust him to tell me that I'm nuts or should not own a gun. I wouldn't trust him to tell me my dog should not able to go own a gun. But those are the people, if they are the ones doing red flagging, diagnosis, then yeah, there should be a hearing scheduled.
There's definitely some holes in the system. You think, Chris?
There's a bunch of holes in the system. The VA.
Yeah.
Let's start there. The VA, bless them, but everything they do is outsourced. So you may go months and months before you see a physician.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem.
And it's obvious that this man had some issues. Like Rayford brought up.
Oh, he had
His-
issues. Yeah.
Social media rantings were
It's
just, I mean, he accused his doctors, his nurses of trying to poison him. He
Somebody had trying to kill his dog or something.
yes, Kelly Pickler, I think he said tried to kill his dog. And he also said that all the area law enforcement were criminals, and it was just in his wife. There was a picture of his wife, and I believe his mother or her mother at his hospital bed, and he posted that picture. And they were looking at the camera saying hi, pretty normal. And he posted that they were sitting there applauding his condition, and you could tell he had a lot of issues.
I feel bad for people like that.
Oh,
That doesn't mean we
yes.
throw them away, but that does mean that we pay special attention to them.
Right.
And it's not necessarily because of their rantings and everything else and what they want. That goes beyond what's reasonable, what they want, they're demanding. But they do need to be evaluated.
Oh,
And if they're
agree.
evaluated and it comes back, no, sir, if a board says, no, this man should never have a gun, then all guns should be removed.
Oh, but it's, I don't know, Rayford, think about it. How many people out there have some mental issues, are very unstable? They rant on social media. And for me reading it, you reading it, we're all reading it going, Lord have mercy. There's so many red flags there. But who's responsible for turning him in? Who's
You,
responsible?
me, and everybody else.
Okay, so that the three of us, we go to law enforcement and we say, this man's not stable, something's going to happen.
And they go
What
talk
should
to-
happen then?
Well, here's the thing. And we need our counselor over here.
Yes. Oh, I'm putting these questions out
I know
there for
that.
discussion.
Here's the thing. This guy, maybe without the use of impairing substances,
Right,
the crutches,
right.
the alcohol, the drugs,
Hmm.
maybe you walk up and talk to him. There's not a thing wrong with him. He's very viable. He's doing everything. And remember the Mutiny on the Bounty movie where they broke the captain during questioning?
Yeah.
He acted very stable, very sane, because he brought charges against the officers under him who took him out of commission because he was running over the tow cables and doing all sorts of radical, scary things for the troops. He was unstable. When he would get upset, he was unstable. but they broke him. Who was it? Was that one of the big name stars? And I can't remember his name or who he was. Can't picture him sort of. But anyway, he was the prosecutor for the government because he brought mutiny charges against those men. And the prosecutor the defense attorney representing those men broke him on the stand, and he broke bad on the stand. And then that lawyer went back. He said, I have just broken, he's a captain. The guy was a captain. I've just broken a captain, a man dedicated who's given his life to the Navy. I've just broken him down to nothing. And he felt terrible, as you would feel,
Yes.
as a normal person would feel. But it had to be done.
Well, one of his friends being interviewed said that he knew this
Sage, whatever his name was.
Edge,
Edge.
right. He knew Edge.
Sage Edge.
And that I know so many names lately between the two shootings. But he knew him, and he said that he was really a great guy up to a certain number of years ago when he decided to quit taking his medicines. And
That's one
but
of the
the
issues.
problem is, okay,
Who's going to make him?
who's going to
Nobody.
make him? True, but did anybody say anything? And if they did say anything, who did they say it to, and what did those people do?
Well, according to the gentleman that's in the text message here,
Mm-hmm.
he said a lot.
Did anybody act on it?
They said there was nothing they could do because every time they talked to him, everything was fine.
See, and that's just
There's the problem.
yes.
We've got to do better. We've got to have somebody to be able to intervene. There needs to be an intervention team, I guess. I don't know.
I'm telling you the
not
same
one of
thing.
those.
I don't know
You
either.
all I did was you give us grief, we put you in jail.
No, his
If you break the
prior
laws.
arrests that you were talking about, were they
I
misdemeanors
don't
or
know about
any
prior
felonies?
arrest.
Oh, I thought you said he'd been arrested prior.
I can't.
Well, I
find,
know I read somewhere that.
you read it. I haven't
Yes.
found any convictions
Okay,
in the North Carolina Department of Corrections or the
Okay.
North Carolina system.
okay,
If
gotcha.
it was anything, it would have been misdemeanors.
Right.
Okay,
Oop.
let's do a little bit. Then we'll go up to Michigan.
Oh, Michigan.
Jeez.
Okay.
Whatever. What a mess. You want something about this before we move?
Well, for both of them, I'm just going to use the word what it is, and
It's
then
gonna be related.
explain why I say that in the words hate, and then I'll leave it at that.
Unfounded
Until then.
hatred. Unfounded. And blaming everybody else for your issues. That's a commonality, by the
Mhm.
way. They blame everybody but themselves for the problems that they're facing. If they would ever acknowledge maybe everybody else is right at least a little bit about me, and maybe I should get some help,
Well,
some real help,
when
not
I
drugs.
when I explain about the hate, I am not a psychologist,
Me neither.
but I'm going to mention what some leading psychologists believe about hate,
Mhm.
and it's going to lead to these two people
Okay.
and many others.
We'll get to the next batch of problems when we come back. Right now, marine forecast is pretty simple. Stay on shore. Today, northeasterly winds 15 to 20 knots,
Cut
gust to
your grass.
25 this afternoon, seas 4 to 6 feet, 2 to 4 near the beach. Sounds and rivers going to be choppy, increasing chance of showers and thunder boomers. Tuesday, northeasterly winds 20 to 25 knots, kicking up, increasing to 25 to 30 in the afternoon with a gust to 40 knots. That's about 45, 46 miles per hour. Seas 8 to 11 feet. That's big.
Ooh.
That's 150, 160 inches. I don't know how tall y'all are, but it's bigger than you are.
I'm looking at the ceiling thinking these are 8 foot
9 to
ceilings.
13 in the afternoon tomorrow. Near shore seas 5 to 8 feet. Sounds and rivers rough, becoming very rough in the afternoon. Wednesday, northeasterly winds 25 to 30. Gust to 40. Seas 8 to 11. 5 to 7 near shore. Sounds and rivers remain very rough.
And on land, we'll have showers and thunderstorms with a high near 79. Northeast wind 6 to 9 miles per hour with gusts as high as 17. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely. cloudy with a low around 68. Tuesday, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 75. And Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 77, Chris.
I already missed last week's weather.
Oh,
My favorite time of the year.
Yeah, well, around these here parts here this morning, bright and early. Well,
Right
it was
here.
early. It wasn't bright. It's overcast. I don't think I've seen the sun popping through at all for the last few days. Joe, our friend from the Onslow Amateur Radio Club down there in the borough, that's also known
Joe.
as Swansboro, 71 degrees this morning. He had 0.32 inches of rain since yesterday in the borough at Emerald Isle, where he was sitting on the dock of the bay, actually the pier of the ocean. This morning, he said it was 72, had a light sprinkle going on, and had a light breeze at the time. Hang in there, Joe. It's going to change for the worse. Lee, the other one, at the back swamp area, 69 degrees, 99% humidity. He had winds of about, I think he said 7 miles per hour. He had 0.16 inches of rain yesterday. Over in Catherine's Lake, Bill out there in Catherine's Lake, he stopped by this morning, 72 degrees and misty at the time. Ken and Onslow Bay, 70 degrees, 99% humidity. He had a little bit of rain in the making. He doesn't have a range gauge, so he doesn't know how much he had. Dale, tired he was this morning.
Oh, he
needs some rest. River Bend, where he lives, the bend in the river, New River, 99% humidity. He had no wind at the time, 0.27 inches of rain yesterday. And the Lady Blue this morning. Lady Blue, Lee, over in the woodlands there in Northwoods, she had 69 degrees, 94% humidity, and a quarter inch, a cool 0.25 inches of rain. And here at the studio, it remains 67 degrees, 99% humidity, and 2 mile per hour winds. Now we had them up to about 4 overnight. And since yesterday, we had 0.24 inches of rain, which is pretty much what's going on across the area. Since Saturday, we've had 0.64 inches of rain here in the studio. Because we had rain Saturday. It was never heavy, but it was consistent.
That would be close to what I had, because I think Saturday I had 0.38, which is real close to, and then my 0.25 added on for last night. Yeah,
I think I had 0.36.
Yeah, we ran right neck and neck on that.
Okay, that's what it is. The Onslow Amateur Radio Club, good group of people out there, men and women, young people, as young as about 14, 15, one of the young ladies there.
She's just a baby.
Yeah, she's just so as sweet as she can be. And
she's so cute.
We have some great people. I started young, doing that kind of stuff, talking to people all over the world and back. And with these folks here, we have a kind of an impromptu session every morning, weekdays, when a number of them check in, because I'm up, I've got radios on, and we check in. I make a note of their temperatures, and many of these guys are weather spotters for the National Weather Service. I am, and my wife is. You're working on it, or you?
Yeah, I'm halfway through.
Okay, so Lee's doing the same thing. So we know how to look out there and under bad conditions when the rain, when the weather is breaking bad, hurricanes, tornadoes, whatever is going down. We know what to look for, what to report. We actually know how to identify hail. And yes, when you hear golf ball size hail, baseball size hail, medicine ball size hail, run for that one.
I'm like, oh, hell.
Yeah, that's about it. It's breaking loose. But so these folks check in, and so will also be available just in case their conditions are really bad. We can get conditions all over the county at that point in time, because they all have power, backup power of some sort for the radio gear.
Yes, yes.
And if you have an interest in it, Lee just got her ticket last week. It came in, or finally, after some screw ups at the federal level. Somebody messed up outside Onslow County. Let's just do it that way.
I know it left here right.
Yeah, it left here right, and then it became somebody else. So
we won't even talk about QZR.
QRZ.
Oh, QRZ, whatever. We're not even going to talk about that. I haven't even told you what happened with that.
I looked you up, and it was there.
Yes, but it shows that I don't have a ham radio. I mean, it doesn't show. I'm trying to connect my email address to it.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We can
Yeah,
fix that because
well-
that's a problem, but it's not a bad problem.
That's not really the problem I had. It was going online for help, and that took a whole nother twist. And $45 later, we'll talk about it later.
You don't, you don't have to join it.
No, this had nothing to do with joining that. We'll
All
talk
right,
about it
we'll
later.
worry about
It's a
that.
story that I don't even want to repeat on air.
Okay, well, you just did so.
You
We'll
don't
worry
know
about
how, why.
Okay, now,
All right,
by the way, there's a meeting that's coming Saturday at the Emergency Operations Center,
Yes.
a meeting room that's out there. They give to us on the meeting days. And if you have interest in joining the club and you want to come by and just see what it's like, maybe you want to become a ham, maybe you are be one.
You're such a ham.
How'd you like that? RB1 ham. You
I
could,
like how you worked that in there.
you could be one.
I think Chris needs to do it.
What?
Become a ham radio operator.
That way, when all the computer stuff fails, we can still talk. Okay, now
Don't you get harassed for the last 3-4 months?
up in Michigan yesterday, less than 24 hours after the melee that we had in Southport here in North Carolina, there was a guy drives into a Mormon church in Michigan Sunday morning, drove into it, set the building on fire, shot people.
It's horrible.
He's drove a Silverado pickup truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan. Then he started shooting. Set fire to the building. He was killed by the responding police officers. He was also in the Marine Corps from 2004 to 2008, and he was stationed at Camp Lejeune. And people said that there were issues with him after he got out. He was in Iraq, had issues. I guess he had issues with IEDs that went off. So a lot of folks there, and a lot of these issues. See, that's what people don't understand. You can have a TMI, traumatic brain injury. You may be just fine for a while, and then things can just happen. So I don't know. I do not know enough about this to talk about it as much as you guys followed it yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Chris and I were on it, weren't we,
Yeah,
Chris?
I kept seeing clips of
You want to
blocks.
start, Chris?
Let me just say, I'm going to give you from a clerical, religious standpoint. God gives us choice of free will, and what we pick is what we pick. And that's that point of it. The psychological part of it goes to partially what you're talking about. These two gentlemen had in common, I think, was Iraq, is what you said.
Iraq. And both had wounds.
So from a psychological standpoint, what I read was war and competition. These military men and women are always competing, and a lot of it they do I think they still qualify for the rifle training.
Yes. And then any specialty
And
weapons. that
right,
they do
right.
too. Rifle, the standard issue rifle and the standard issue handgun.
We've talked about the trauma and stress. I've never incurred it. I was lucky. Yeah, if you want to say I didn't get, they wouldn't take me into the military. I was lucky from that standpoint, but even civilians suffer from PTSD. We know
Sure.
that.
A lot.
But from what I read last night in a psychological aspect of what could cause hate, and I don't even like the word. My children have grown up to say I extremely dislike something, but they've never used that word. Love is a great one, but fear and insecurity about oneself, and anger, and lack of self-love of themselves. And if you can't love yourself, it's going to be hard to love anybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm not making excuses
I
for
understand.
these people. These are all things that we could look at. And I'm like you, Rayford. If you're this type of person, you shouldn't be able to purchase a gun.
If you were this type of person, there are lots of things that you should not be able to do. And I'm going to go so far as to say that there should be some controls dealing with driver's licenses as well, to be honest with you, and being able to purchase.
That's legal weapon.
Well, yeah,
lethal weapon. I'm sorry, lethal.
Most destructive
Well,
man-made weapon we have.
It is.
both of you bring up excellent points. Now, I'm going to throw this into the mix here real quick. Both these gentlemen were in the Marine Corps. They got out. They served time in
Both
Iraq.
married with a kid or
Both
two.
were married with kids. Both, I just went right. Both, are no longer Marines. Both started their lives as civilians after getting out of the Marine Corps. Both developed issues along the way. Now, when does someone in authority step in? They may have already had weapons in their house, gun owners, etc. And then through the years, their mental condition worsened. When does a government have the right to come knocking at your door and say, you're getting a little crazy, let me have your weapons? That's a lot of the problems that we have.
I only think that should be exercised in extreme situations. But reading for both of these individuals, and especially the one that I have some real good information on, that I hope that he will allow me to reveal what he has said and the steps that he went through. Those are extreme cases.
Yeah.
And both of them should have been acted on.
I'm just
or at least the one that I have here.
Just
I'm
trying to
assuming
bring
the
to
other one-
light some of the issues we have regarding that. What can law legally do? When can they step into this? There's a lot of things involved in that, not just the fact that somebody has got a lot of mental instabilities, but where do we draw the line? Where do we step into your personal life and say, look, you need to come with us?
Well, there are two types of extremes that you're talking about. One of is you got to come with us.
Right.
We're going to force you to go into. Obviously, there are some situations out there. Probably neither one of these, anything that I read, came up to.
I agree.
You come with
I
us.
agree.
We're putting the white
Right.
coats on you.
I agree.
Straight jackets. No, not yet. But I don't think either one of them would have been eligible for that if we still did that.
I just think somewhere along the line.
However, there are other things that they could be eligible for. You issue controls, medication. If they are on medication, and are allowed to stay in society, that's the way they put it, right? They're going to be out here to perform in society as long as they take their meds. They're doing great. Who's going to make sure they take their drugs?
That's right, because you go back, they're the sole ones responsible for taking their drugs. And if they're not doing this and they're not seeking the help that they should get, whose responsibility does it become?
I don't know.
And that's what we're dealing with these days.
I don't know. And I don't have
I
an
don't
answer.
either. I don't have an answer.
I don't want to infringe upon a person's rights. However, I will say it again and again and again and again and again. Your rights end where mine begin.
Right.
You do not have a right to get out here and just because your car will run 135 or 145 or 190 miles per hour or some of these crotch rockets, you do not have the right to get out there on the road and do that. Period. Bottom line. You're interfering with my rights to live. Okay. Yeah, that is just not what should be done.
Now, all the things you just mentioned happen every day here.
Yes, they do.
I mean, they happen here.
They do.
It was interesting last night in one of the newscasts. I want to mention media in a minute. Follow up to this, but in the
We
young
talk about that responsibility too.
the young man said, "I can't believe this in my town." In my town, I never would have thought this happened in my town. And every time one of these happened, I can't believe this happened in my town.
Yeah, they don't believe it.
So that's going to lead me to what I'm going to say. And we are media, but we we may, through our conversation, paint a picture.
Yeah, we're not news media, but we
We're
are
not news,
we are
yeah.
media.
Right. We may, through our voices, through our opinions and stuff, paint a picture or be talking about what we're reporting,
Mhm.
painting a picture. But mainstream media that has the video and continues to show this, part of my concern is the copycats. They see it as so vivid. It's so detailed. Maybe the media is pushing these ideas out to the people that don't need to be seeing it.
Lengthy conversation last night with a man who younger than me, and could have been my son. In fact, he calls me a second dad.
Yeah.
But we worked in law enforcement together. That's
Mhm.
number one. I've known him for a long time, and I also knew him because we fished together in the weirdest hours of the day and night you've ever seen. Strangest conditions at times. I mean, we were there. There are avid fishermen, there are non-fishermen, and then there are rabid fishermen. You want to take a wild guess where we ranked in that one? We were the rabid team.
The rabid,
we
yes.
were, get out of the way. We're coming through, and we're bringing fish on, and trophies and all sorts of stuff. But the big thing was we like to eat fish, both of us. So the first thing, and he knew this guy because he fished alongside him. He not on the same boat. He had all sorts of in tournaments and everything else, and everybody gathers at the weigh station after the tournament, or go by a restaurant or whatever to celebrate afterwards, or to award prize. They knew each other that way, and he knew him. As soon as he heard it, he said, "Oh my God!" He did not know him under this name until he saw the picture, because he didn't change his name until 2 years ago. He started going through changes, according to the guy that text message that I have. He started going through a change 10 years after he got out of the Corps, about 2015, 2016, 17. The big change started happening then. The suits, the weirdness. And the first thing that Andy told me, he says, "You know what? You and I, here's what we've got to fear next. Now, you and I are going to predict what's going to happen." And he said, "I know your news background. I know that you were media too." I said, "Oh." And he said, "But I'm going to have to blame them, because you can rest assured that coming out of this is going to be copycats."
Yep.
Nobody's ever driven by waterfront restaurants before with their boats and open fire. There's a big deal made out of that. More has been made out of that than anything else about this particular
it's
event
really
from
crazy.
Saturday night. It's the guy drove up in a boat and started shooting.
Right.
Okay. How easy was that? He was within yards, not hundreds
he
of
knew
yards.
what he was doing.
He was within yards of a soft target with all of these people there who could go nowhere, and he was using a suppressor. They didn't even hear what happened.
Think about the
And
restaurants.
then he drove away without getting stopped. Luckily, somebody notified the Coast Guard, because he had a boat. He drove away in a boat. Luckily, the coasties there, they responded, and they sent teams up and down everywhere looking for the boat.
Mhm.
Not that many boats out that time of night on a Saturday night normally. And they found him loading his boat up on a boat ramp.
Yep.
And they, no doubt at gunpoint, I'm sure that they did it. And they were as smart as I know that they are, because they deal with druggies all the time. They held him at bay until the civilian authorities came and took him under control.
Go Coast Guard. They were out there fast.
Well, they're right there. They don't have to get out there fast.
Still, I mean,
They get in a
were
boat and
there
they'll leave
fast.
before you can get to your truck.
I'll tell you, go Coasties.
As
They
that young man in Michigan said, "I can't believe this happened in my hometown."
Right.
You think about the Crystal Coast.
Same
Think
thing.
about Jacksonville here.
Same thing.
Coastal waters, the New River,
We're wide open.
wide open.
Well, we're going to finish talking
Johnsboro.
about the Michigan shooting in a little while, because
Okay, yeah.
we have a special guest in the studio.
We're going to go to some good stuff.
So you've got Charles, you've got Rayford, Chris, and I'm Lee. And this is
Hello.
Charles Coakley.
And Charles, the first thing I have to ask you, as I have pretty much everybody that's come on here, does agree to step up to the plate and do your thing.
Mhm.
Sam Hill, were you thinking, how do they coerce you into doing this?
Listen, I don't know. I was like,
Oh,
they messaged me one day via Facebook, and I was like, is this serious?
Well, I happen to know
Can I
that
have a day to think
Charles,
about it?
I happen to know that Charles has danced before.
oh, you mean he's a ringer? Is that what you're saying?
I happen to know that he has danced before.
Well, when I just kind of hummed a little bit of dance machine, he was.
I caught on.
You were up there dancing? Were
When I
you,
just
were
did
you
it,
swaying with the music?
I was swaying with this song.
That's
When
what
I
I
was
thought. Okay, so what is your song that they picked out for you?
I wish I could tell you.
He's been schooled.
Secrecy.
Well, Charles, let me ask you this. Who was your partner?
My partner is Ella.
Ella.
Fitzgerald?
All right.
No, I wish, but no, I can't think of her last name.
Let me look. I'll look it up for you real
Ella.
quick here. Let me see.
Dance partners know each other by first names. They
Yes.
sound like ham radio operators, believe it or not.
But she's amazing. She's a senior in high school,
Oh,
Nice.
Really?
getting ready to go to college.
Has she got you under her thumb yet?
I told her at the beginning, I was like, listen, be as hard as you need to be. Like, I don't care what you say, just make sure I look good.
Good for you.
Well, I can tell you that they released a little sneak peek at your dancing on social
Yeah.
media.
What they
and,
call snippets.
and I have to say, looking good. Looking
you.
real good.
Thank you. Let's see if I can remember it all.
Let's see. Trash talker himself. Do you understand that he's looking good? How about you? How you looking?
you know what he's gonna
Oh.
say.
We got somebody out there that's
He's on the phone already.
talking.
Somebody's on the phone?
No, yeah.
Oh, not yet. I thought.
Give him a minute.
Usually when I call him out, he calls in. Because
Okay.
I just
He's done it to everybody.
he does it to everybody.
He's somebody that dances every year with Dancing with the Stars on, so he's on the professional side now. So with every guest we have on the studio, he has to call in and talk a little bit of junk.
Yes,
Oh, I
So
can take that.
you probably know who it is, but anyway, Charles, getting back, I said earlier that I know you have a little prior dancing experience. Tell us about that.
So for years, I was a professional performer. I was a singer and Festival of the Lion King at Walt Disney World.
really?
Yes, and then from there, I left to do celebrity cruise lines. I was a performer. So I can move, but my body's changed. I was diagnosed with MS a few years ago,
Oh,
so
boy.
that has definitely changed, like,
Bless you.
how I move and balance and things. So it's an activity going back into the dance studio.
Did you ever run into a lady? Her last name was Bost, either in Disney World or on any of the cruise lines.
No,
She's a singer, dancer, primarily dancing. Primarily singing, but
yeah,
she performed a lot too.
okay,
But anyway, from Wilmington.
okay.
Just,
I used to do theater in Wilmington. Sorry.
no, don't apologize. I interrupt you. I apologize. Being a frequent cruiser, and I just love the entertainers on the cruise line, and that's tough, from what I hear. I mean,
Especially if you get seasick.
well.
Thank God I never got sick.
Yeah, but the 6 to 9 months that you're committing yourself, I
Mhm.
think is
It's six.
Yeah,
Like 6, yes.
yeah,
Wow.
and performing almost every day. Or
So
night.
I was on a 14-day cruise, and
Yeah.
so we only had like 3 shows for the 14 days. So we had an opening show, one in the middle of the week, and then one
really?
like the final show.
Okay.
And they would ask me to do like in their local bar to sing
Yeah.
songs with the piano.
Oh, gosh.
But that was it. So it was it was a cake job, but it was just like I felt like I was in like white collar prison because I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I have to sit
Well,
there
you
and be like,
could,
well, we're going to the same Puerto Rico 17 times.
Yeah.
So that was the hard part.
You don't want to get off the ship and see the
You
same
want to
place.
go do stuff.
I accidentally went down to where the staff, the crew members and entertainers.
accidentally.
I accidentally got down to
You
where
got
they
lost.
were. Accidentally, yeah,
And explored.
yeah. Those are tough conditions too.
Well, see, I had my own room. The room was tiny, super tiny. If I turned the shower on, the bathroom was like soaking wet.
Oh my God.
But
Yes.
I had my own room because I had guest status
Oh,
as a performer on the ship.
Nice. Now, how long did you do all that?
So I did Disney for 3 years, and I did one contract with Celebrity.
Oh, nice. And then, now, did you come back to Onslow County?
I went back to Florida first because that's why
Okay.
I was a teacher here. Then I moved to Florida when they offered me the job at Disney.
Right.
I worked at Disney. After Disney, I worked at a music school in between, and then I got the job on the cruise ship, and then I came back here.
Right. So you live in Onslow now.
So what are you
And what
doing
do
here
you
now?
do?
Oh, sorry. I just said
That was good.
I am a music teacher. I'm an arts director at One World Montessori.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Now,
Very
you're
wonderful.
familiar with that, aren't you, Chris?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you go. And so, what made you say yes? I think Rayford already asked you that. What made you say yes to being a part of this?
At first, I didn't know because they contacted me, and I think they wanted me to tell them like yes, right away. And I was like, I don't know. I need to like.
That had to be Candy.
No, that would have been Allie.
I need your yes now.
I know it was. I can't. What is her name?
Allison.
No, Allison is over us now.
Yeah.
Candy.
The dance studio.
Oh yeah, the dance studio. Yeah,
I can't think of her name. It's like right on the tip of my tongue.
I can't
Dance
either.
theater.
Deborah.
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 Yes.
Deborah
Deborah
Bale.
Bell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She messaged me via Facebook. Well, she had went through and she had liked some of my posts, and you know how I send you all the notifications. I was like, why
Yeah.
is she liking my posts? Because we weren't friends on Facebook.
Right.
And then so she sent me a friend request. I accepted it. She asked, and I was like, "Can I get back to you tomorrow?" And she was like, "Let me contact the committee, and I'll see." And then she contacted them. They said yes, but I was something just in me. I spoke with my mom. I said, "You think I should do it?" She was like, "Why not?" So I just said, "Okay." A couple hours later, I'll do it.
Good. It's for a great cause.
Very good.
Yes,
Very
it
good.
is.
That's one of the big things. And yeah, I'm anxiously looking forward to. We're gonna have some
We
good
actually,
stuff.
I asked Charles when he came in. I think we actually either were in a couple classes together or danced in one of our recitals together or something. Back when I was dancing with Dance Arts Center
Mhm.
with Linda, she was Huffman then,
Then.
she's Calvin now.
Yes.
And I remember her talking about you all the time. Yeah, she really thought a lot of you.
And I thought a lot. I think a lot of her.
Yeah,
So
it's
Charles,
crazy going back those years.
I usually ask this question. Costumes, you all set?
No,
Okay.
but it's coming.
Charles, is it going to be lots of glitter?
Whatever Ella tells me to wear, that's
Going to
what I'm
be some
wearing.
bling. Going to be some bling.
I don't know.
in
Whatever
this?
she showed me one shirt, and it was nice.
He
That's all I
has
can
so
tell you.
been warned.
Polite, really polite.
He has so been warned.
I had media training at Disney.
Yeah. Media training. Okay, that's cool.
Sign non-disclosure agreements. All sorts
Yes.
of stuff, don't you?
Well, how long have you been teaching music at the school?
This is year 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Year 4 there.
Okay.
I had my own studio for a while. I taught private lessons, and I had other instructors. And then after the pandemic, that closed down because nobody was paying for piano and voice lessons or violin.
Yeah.
So
So
you
Right.
teach piano,
yes, I teach piano and voice.
Nice.
but not. They don't have to be. Your piano
Dancers?
player doesn't have to be able to
Dance.
sing too. Do
No,
they?
not at all.
Okay, so
Oh, good.
so could you teach me to play piano?
I could teach anybody to play piano.
You be
Wow.
careful now.
He
Even if
could
it's
do
just
it.
Mary Had a Little Lamb, I can
could
teach you
do it.
something.
Mary had
I
a
can
little
teach
Not
you
have a little
something.
lamb.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
You play it, I'll sing it.
Oh, holy, holy. That's right.
Oh, holy night.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Lord God Almighty.
there you go. Oh, holy.
C
Yeah.
D E C D E
Yeah.
D C D E C C.
To thee.
Yeah, that's an easy one to learn on the piano. It's basic chords.
Uh-huh.
We have to get back to dancing. Okay, so you like your dances without saying what they are. You like them.
I do.
You feel very confident in them.
I'm almost there.
You have them in your muscle memory.
They will be.
3 weeks to go. You
Yes.
know, right?
Yeah. I'll be fine.
Have you got any special events coming up for to raise money? I know you've already been
That's the
taking
big part
money.
about this deal. You got to raise bucks.
Yes. So we're doing a t-shirt sale. I also have a food blog where I started food blogging when I was diagnosed with MS.
Really?
It's called Charlie Space. And on Charlie Space, I haven't done it this starting this fall, but I used to cook weekly, live, and I would make like a cocktail and dinner. And so I'd have people come in. I'm slowly transitioning to TikTok. But yeah, so I think I'm going to do, or I know I'm going to do, we're going to do a dinner sale because people always ask to taste my cooking. So I'm like, this is the perfect avenue to showcase.
Tell me again, is Charlie Space?
Yep, CHAR.
Right.
LISPACE.
LISPACE. Gotcha.
Knows her
Okay.
alphabet.
Oh, I gotcha. Now, is that on TikTok too? Or?
Yes, it's on TikTok and it's on all social media, but my bigger platforms are TikTok and Facebook.
Okay, got you. I'll put that out for everybody then. Very good.
So, do you know what number in the order of dance?
I don't.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
Sometimes they don't tell them. I mean, you can find out.
Well, the junk talker knows.
The junk talker will know, likely.
He knows where he's
The
at.
trash talker.
Is the trash talker Candy's husband?
Uh-huh.
How did you know?
How did you
I
narrow
met
that
him
down?
I met him at the first meeting that we had.
Uh-huh.
But he seems like he has that energy. He's very like playful.
Oh,
He's like a fun person.
they have you listed as dancer number 10. I don't know if that means that you're going to be dancer number 10, but I just took that off Dancing with the Stars On's little Facebook page, so don't yell at me. Yeah. Born and raised right here in Jacksonville, North Carolina. He's the director of music and theater at One World Montessori. Did I do that right, Chris? He
Yes.
spends his free time running his food blog, Charlie Space, and advocating for multiple sclerosis.
Wonderful cause.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, wow. Look at here. You playing the piano. Look at you. All right. I've got that on our page
Actually,
too.
you remind me so much of my daughter Hannah. She's doing similar to what you
She's
do.
got a beard.
Well, no, she's not the bearded lady, but she's very beautiful. But she teaches music and arts outside of Charlotte
Okay.
because she graduated William Peace
Okay.
as a actor.
Mhm.
I believe everybody's called actors now. There's no
Mhm.
actresses.
Yeah.
And you mentioned COVID. She was scheduled for a Broadway audition, and the day Broadway shut down.
Mm.
Bless her heart. But anyway,
Yeah.
a lot of similarities. I can
Yes.
see it and hear
What's the biggest obstacle, the biggest issue that you run across? I know you're dealing with MS, so I'm sure that has played a bit of a role in your training
Hmm.
for this event. Had to modify a few things, huh?
So it's the heat.
The heat.
I mean, now this transition is so
That's
much
why I was
better.
wondering. You want to kick the air conditioner back on?
Sure.
I get hot super fast,
Yeah.
and then the heat can cause a flare. So like,
Oh, let's.
Oh, well, let's turn the AC on wide open.
yeah, you can turn it wide open. I won't freeze,
All the way to the right. The other right.
and I sweat super easy. So
That's
I mean,
okay.
y'all can see that.
Yeah, I turned the fan on a little bit more,
It's
but yeah, I'm glad I'm not familiar with a lot of, about MS, so
Mhm.
I'm glad you educated us on that.
That's
Yes,
what I was wondering. So I just want to be sure.
yes. Thank you for that.
Some people say they get in here and they start freezing like
Freezing.
so they sit there and go,
Yeah, that's me and Chris. We're like weather is
me, I got enough insulation on the bones. I can take care of that. problem."
87 outside and 42 in the studio.
I would love it.
You probably suffered this summer, didn't you?
Yes,
This was
like,
one of those.
this summer, and I noticed it last summer because I've only been diagnosed since 2022, and so the heat is like, I mean, it's so bad because you have central air. I had to still put another window unit in just to stay
really?
cool enough. So my neurologist said that heat and cold are bad, but I'm fine in cold, but heat is like makes it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
Oh, I said I never do that about MS. I didn't
didn't
know.
either.
It affects everybody differently.
I guess.
Yeah. But I know for me, North Carolina summers are brutal. Like I have to stay inside. I only go outside unless like I need to go to the grocery store or things that I have to
1
do.
o'clock in
Yes,
the morning.
Yes, and super late.
Yeah.
And you can't do that anymore because everything closes
Yeah,
down.
what's wrong with this picture? Used to be the best. Only time I could go to that I would go to Walmart was after midnight
Right,
when most of the crazies were home.
right.
Especially at Christmas time. Perfect
Oh,
time
You
to go.
think I'm going shopping during
No,
Christmas time?
You'll get stampeded at Christmas.
There's Charlie right
For
here
TV.
teaching how to make homemade bagels.
Oh, I just did that.
I know, I'm watching you. I'm jumping on. Now, we have followed you from the studio here, and I'll follow you from my personal page.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
very good.
Excellent.
Yes.
What do you think is for talent here in Onslow County? People scream and holler about there's nothing to do in Onslow or Jacksonville. We hear that all the time. We got a lot of sports now. We got a lot of recreational stuff going on. We've got the natural abilities here that people they've said forever. We don't have anything to do. Yeah, you do. You got the entire river. You got
Mhm.
all the waters around here that you don't have in other places.
Hmm.
But are we missing something in the arts?
The arts are slowly growing. Excuse me. Sorry. They're growing. I know that several of the students that I teach, they take, they're in theater classes at theater companies around town. And
Mhm.
I know at least 3 right now, or 3 or 4. There's one in Sneeze Ferry. There's a couple in Jacksonville. And there might be one in Swansboro.
Mhm.
So, like, the arts are growing a lot. When I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of theater stuff that you could do. I had to travel to Wilmington
Right.
to do theater. But now that's totally different for the kids here. Or anybody who wants to perform.
Because Wilmington still got all sorts of little theater stuff there.
Yeah, we don't have the arts like we used to have
No.
back in the day here. Because I
There's-
told you I was president at Jacksonville Civic Ballet, and we put on 4 performance ballets every year. And then we even went to the schools and
Mhm.
performed there also to try to teach the kids the arts. And we don't have much of that anymore.
Hannah and Chris Burrett performed. There was,
Oh, I know Chris Burr.
okay, the
course.
local group that has changed their names a couple of times. They were located on Onslow Drive, and they were somewhere
So
over
it was
here.
Legacy, and now it's
Legacy.
Steve's Place.
That's
Yes.
it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So that was about all we have right now. I
Mhm.
think.
So there's
Oh.
Scene Place.
Mhm.
There's JPA, Jacksonville Performing Arts.
Yes.
There's Fairy Tales in Sneeze Ferry. And I think there's one more. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah.
And they do adult and children's shows.
Yeah. And they're wonderful shows.
Yes.
I mean, very talented
Yes.
people in this area.
You ever play any stringed instruments?
No.
Okay.
I always wanted to learn to play the cello and guitar, and it would be easy for me because I can already read the music and I know the notation values and all that. But it's just that learning the technique.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, what's your plans after performance? Are we going to Disney?
Well, no, I have a Christmas
You just
concert
won.
to
Okay.
do in December with my students. We're doing a musical in the spring. It's called Hades Town, based on Greek mythology.
Oh, you need to come
Orpheus
back
and
on
Eurydice.
and tell us about that. when
Okay,
you get ready.
I will.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, we would love to hear about that. We did have somebody from the JPA on here, or was it Legacy? I think it was Legacy 3 or 4 months ago. It was prior to Christmas
Mhm.
on here, talking about the show. So we would love to have you come back on and let us know all the details about your upcoming show. So
Yes,
we can
I
put it
will,
out there
anytime.
for you. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Wow.
Oh,
What,
we should look.
Yes. No, break a leg, Chris.
Oh.
Everybody,
See?
she explains it to everybody about the break the leg. So,
He knows what breaking
I know,
legs
yeah.
about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dancers.
So Charles isn't taking offense to breaking a leg.
No, not at all.
He knows. He knows. He knows.
That's a good look thing for performance.
That's right. That's a good
You don't
luck
ever tell
thing.
me to go break somebody's leg, though, do you?
No,
well,
I just.
that might not be
break their
good
leg.
for you to break
The
something.
only
Like,
thing I know about you is don't take a banana on your boat. That's
You can either drop the banana over or go overboard.
go overboard
Your
with it.
choice.
All right.
It's bad luck on a boat.
okay.
And we know law enforcement, you never say the Q word. The Q-U-I-E-T.
Because that's one thing.
Things are Q.
And
No.
if you do it around a full moon, oh God, I'm checking out sick.
Never, ever,
I'm
ever.
learning a lot here.
Me too.
Bananas, boats.
You didn't know about the bananas?
Well, banana boat to me is a
Well,
No, let him-
lotion.
Let him tell you
Suntan
about
lotion, right?
taking a banana on his boat. Oh my God.
You remember Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Well, my dive buddy and fishing buddy, Bill.
Uh-huh.
You didn't know him, but we were. She pulled out a banana while we're out fishing one day in
Oh,
a tournament,
that's the spy. That's the agitator
and
calling.
she pulled this out and she started to peel it. Well, Bill sees it. He walks right by it, takes it right out of her hands, and throws it overboard. She said, "What?" And he said, "Well, you can go after it if you want to." We're moving about 7 knots at the time, and 7 or 8 lines of pulling large, big hooks on behind. And she said, "No, okay. Well, then we'll explain to you how come you don't do that." She didn't know that.
Okay.
Learn very quickly. Now we got
Here you go, Charles. Get
Mr.
ready.
TT on the line here.
Oh gosh.
Trash talker himself. Good morning again. How are you?
I'm fine. Charles and myself go way back to February 9th, 2025. I was sitting right beside him. Probably knows who I am now.
That's not way back.
That's
Yeah.
way back in the day.
I remember you.
He had nice things to
Or I
say
could
about
say I
you.
was in the line. Or I could say I was in the line. You probably wouldn't believe that.
Oh no, you weren't in the Lion King.
He wasn't.
No.
No,
He was in the Lying King, not
That,
the LION.
now, no, you might be right about that.
Okay. I'm kidding, Marty.
I
Me
don't
too.
talk that much junk lately. I try to, encourage people. You don't have to encourage him. He sounds like he got too much going on. I might have to do a Nancy Kerrigan on him.
Oh, that would be Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
Why you want to take me out like that?
Dang.
Already taken
This is
out
for
of
charity, right?
Yeah.
Marty, he's a fairly full-grown gentleman over here too,
I think he could take you.
and he's already eyeing the pickaxe handle I got over there in the corner.
Did you see it?
That's
I'm
one
fast and I look. I tell you when I get scared.
Marty is going to do his bike ride next week, so he'll be pumping up for that.
Yeah, Marty gets out there and he rides a bike for to go nowhere. I don't. He takes a van to go from here to the mountains, and then he runs it downhill
back.
all the way back. He just coast all the way from the mountains to the coast on a bike. You don't have to pedal. It's all downhill, right? The mountains are higher, and it's just
Control that.
aim it and let it go. Now, if you really wanted to put some muscle into it, if you'd pedal from here up there,
Oh, that would.
that would be really good. What, Marty? You ought to try that.
He wouldn't be dancing 2 weeks later.
Right.
Oh.
Now that doesn't
I know
mean Charles. That you,
Charles going to do fantastic. He's got one thing over most of them. He ain't going to be scared. I mean, a lot of these people get up there for the first time. It's going to be terrified. He's used to getting on stage and performing.
Well, it's been a while. That I was.
I've heard. Hey, the last 6 months, I've heard good things about you. I said, why did he pick him? I want to win on his.
It's been a while. It's been a
Oh
while.
my
I think the
gosh.
last. Yeah, I was.
It always comes out. I tell you, you can tell these women are in their 40s and 50s, but they took dance for about 15 years in their young days. It oozes out of them every time. I like look at their act on. I didn't think she could dance, but she could dance pretty good. It's going to be the same way with you. I know. You get up there, I can't do it. My body's changed. No.
We'll keep my
You
fingers
learn
crossed.
it out. I'm like, that's going. Now he's looking at my partner. So you got to do better.
Well, you already said you're going to win. So.
He's going to win the professional aspect of it, and there's no trophy for that. But he can say that he won that with no
There should
problem.
be
As
a
the
trophy.
professional, you can say it, right, Marty?
there should be a trophy
Yeah.
for that.
The professionals are there to make the others look good.
Right.
That's all.
They
Yeah.
should. They should.
Oh
have,
yeah, I can make you look good. I'm telling you that.
should have it.
I can't wait to see.
Let's see it.
Shaving your hair certainly made your partner look really good last year, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. I do anything
Yeah,
for the win.
During
Come on.
the intermission.
Let's see. Charles worked for Disney and on the Celebrity Cruise Line. I'm not sure you're going to need a whole lot of help, are you? No.
You know, my body's changed.
Yes. Okay.
Then I was a little more flexible, could jump a little higher, kick a little higher. But now, you know, at 46,
Child.
Yeah.
You're still a baby.
Yeah.
I know,
Baby, I'm your baby.
You're still a baby.
I got shoes
gosh.
that old. All right, Marty, so you got nothing you can offer in the way of trash talking to man?
I mean, I'm done talking trash. I'm just trying to get through this. My gosh, I'm tired. I mean, I'm the Chris right there. What we talked about this morning. That's what I'm doing
Yeah.
right now.
Oh God.
One side of the camera to the other.
Sorry, man.
I'm just tired. I mean, when you get my age, I mean, every time this dance thing comes around, I click a year older, and my partners stay the same age or get younger. So it's not fair.
Especially when you spend a whole weekend sitting up there just cussing the TV so much because your team is not doing so well on football. I mean, that uses up a lot of your energy, doesn't it, Marty?
save it for the dance floor.
You can ask Charles. I was even asking him when I heard his last name. I said, "Are you kin to Dexter Copley? It was a linebacker for the Cowboys back in the late 90s."
Wow.
So he has some homework. I don't know if he found out.
I haven't done it, but I'll call somebody. There are so many Coakleys all over the world.
Oh yeah. All right, Charles. I know you and Ella are going to do fabulous. And probably the next time I see you will be that Friday night. We'll all have a good time.
Yes, we will. I'm excited about it.
Can't
As
wait.
soon as you get your costume modified there, right, Marty?
Oh, hey, that's already done.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Oh,
They're
wow.
done. They're ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's do
So
it.
what
I
does
usually
it,
do
what,
it this weekend.
yeah, what does it look like? What's your costume look like,
Is it
Marty?
blingy?
He's not going to tell.
He-
Maybe the first one is more blingy than the second one. That's all I can say.
If he says too much, he's going to get one fist up on side of one of his head, another one on the other side of his head. He could
I
get
get him stereo.
talk about caught between a rock and a hard place. That will be you. Whap, whap.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Marty. Be safe. Don't break
All
anything
right.
out there,
Yeah,
okay?
be careful.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Marty. Okay, Charles, I want to ask you. I think you said you were from Onslow County.
Mhm.
Where did you graduate from?
Jacksonville
Yeah,
Cardinal.
Cards.
in 1997.
We are all
Right.
Cardinals.
Forward ever, backward never.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
And we have a
That's to represent.
glitzy. That's right. We have a glitzy
1997.
Cardinal.
I know I'm doing the same math in my head. I'm
Oh,
like,
31 years after I graduated. Okay, give me a break.
I talked to someone Saturday night, and we were talking about Infant of Prague and when we graduated, because back then you graduated in 8th grade.
And I taught there.
Did you really?
Mhm.
Did you? Wow.
I taught chorus and general music.
I took chorus when I was at Jacksonville,
Did it
and
work?
I took theater. I was a good. I was a first soprano. Can't do it now.
Why?
Because that's just
what's
something.
changed?
Age. and plus the fact that you have to keep up with that.
Yeah,
don't
you have to
Charles?
practice.
You have to
I
practice.
saw in this last couple of years on Earth, I saw this dude named Frank, aka Blue Eyes, aka
Oh, well,
chairman of the board.
There's people that are born with that
Mhm.
natural
I saw
talent.
him, and he
I was
didn't-
not.
Of course, he read everything
No.
from teleprompter
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
and had a little jack in one hand.
Did you do the school
One jack in a
musicals?
box,
too?
either way.
I did.
Were you in? What musicals were you in?
The Pajama Game, 42nd Street, 2 more.
Were you with us that time we did 42nd Street from Linda's studio, and we
At the
went to
Country
the
Club?
Hilton? We
No,
went to the Hilton Atlantic Beach and performed there.
no, I was.
You weren't with us there. Yeah, 42nd Street was one of my favorites.
And I played the piano for a couple of shows.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. See, I knew him. I was like, I knew him.
I wish I'd kept
Years,
the piano
years.
from the 1960s. I'd be good today if I did.
You probably could pick it back up really fast.
I had an instructor, my first instructor. He was a full-blooded Russian and spoke very broken, and he was about and I was a skinny little thing in elementary school, especially, and I had barely enough room on that bench seat for me. Oh, he was big. He was a big one.
It's
And Russian teachers, they're
He
hard.
was broad,
Yeah, they're hard on you.
big. I had about that much room on the seat.
Rayford, it's probably like my instrument. You'll pick it right back up.
A bicycle.
Kazoo.
The kazoo. I'm good at the kazoo
Yeah,
now.
I'm very
I can
good.
do the
One of
kazoo.
the best kazoo players on the East Coast.
We used to do them. We used to get a bunch of those and sit there at the ball games and do the kazoo, do the team song, which has no words, Charles. You need to write some words
Yeah,
to
well, you need to write
Jacksonville's
some-
fight song.
Our fight song needs words.
I don't even know if I know it. I don't think they ever taught it to us.
No words. I think the very end it says something like Jacksonville High. That's it.
No,
Like
it's
that.
just
Go Cards.
go cards,
Go
go cards. Yeah,
I have to look into that.
Yeah,
we need to
you
do it
could
so
be.
we can go to the ball games. We go to all the ball games.
Yes,
Okay.
we
Football
do.
games. We just need to have a group of people up there,
We'll sing
and
it.
I will sneak a PA system in. Small one. I got them.
Well, we
it could be
may have something in the works.
Well, there's also a way to infiltrate that PA system up there because I know how
that's
to
what
do
I'm
it.
saying.
We did it at ECU one time. All the music students performed the fight song
Oh,
at a
cool.
football game, and we all ran on the field, performed the song, and then ran off.
Oh, cool.
No, you went to ECU?
Mhm.
My daughter went there too. She graduated from White Oak, but she went to ECU also,
Okay.
right about the same time.
Okay.
Charles, good luck. You won't need
Yes.
it. Break a
Oh,
leg.
thank you so much, and
Don't-
thank y'all for having me.
Don't break
Yes.
yours. Break the competition's legs.
Yes, I need to keep mine
So good to see
together. Good to see you as well.
Be
you.
good.
Yes, and I'll be rooting you on.
Please, please.
And then once you get to wherever you're going today, don't go anywhere else for the next few days.
Okay.
You don't need to
Yeah.
risk a wreck.
No tripping going outside on
Oh.
the sidewalk. I mean, you have to,
I'll
you know
grab
how it
myself.
is right before you get ready for a big show.
Bubble wrap would be good.
I'll be fine. I'm
He
used to
has
it.
experience.
I know.
Now he'll trip going out
You're right.
because you just jinxed him. No,
I mean,
you'll be fine.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
much,
for having me.
Charles.
Charles.
Such a pleasure.
Have a blessed
Thank you.
day.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okie dokie. I guess I better drop back
Thank
and
you all
do
so much.
our pleasure. You take care.
Take care of yourself.
Let's drop back and do a little bit of
Fun.
the weather here before we continue on with some of the mayhem and whatever.
Yeah, mayhem. Whew, mayhem.
Y'all, if you're like wondering about the marine forecast, don't worry about it. Just don't do it. Northeasterly winds are going to be brisk today, 15 to 20, gusting to 25 this afternoon. Seas are going to be big, sort of, 4 to 6. Sounds of rivers going to be choppy. Chance of showers and thunder boomers are increasing every hour as we go by. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds, 20 or 25, going to get bigger, longer, broader, meaner, 25 to 30 in the afternoon tomorrow,
Really?
with gusts to 40 knots
Ooh.
tomorrow. 40 knots, 45, 46, 47 miles per hour. Seas 8 to 11 feet. They're going to get bigger, 9 to 13 in the afternoon.
Mhm.
Don't. Sounds and rivers, rough, becoming very rough in the afternoon. Wednesday, northeasterly winds not subsiding, 25 to 30, gust to 40 again. Seas 8 to 11 feet. They'll start to come down in the afternoon slightly, not much. Sounds and rivers very rough.
Showers and thunderstorms today with a high near 79. Northeast wind 6 to 9 miles per hour with gust as high as 17. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely. Cloudy with a low around 68. Tuesday, a chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 75. And Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 77.
Let me real quick say thank you on behalf of Wreaths Across America, Wreaths Honoring Our Fallen Veterans, to National Dodge. They,
Thank you, National Dodge.
contributed,
Yay!
got a check in the mail from them for $250, which is about 15
That's-
wreaths.
Lovely.
We thank them very much. And my good buddy Pete Burgess at Chick-fil-A, who is providing
Thank you, Pete.
breakfast sandwiches for the riders this Saturday at 9:00. Registration begins for our second annual bike run. This is our second one this year.
Your first year of jumping right head first into this, you and Kathy have done a marvelous job.
Yes,
Yes, she has.
both of you.
Both of
you
you
guys,
have.
you guys work as a great team
Yes,
together,
you do.
and you're able to.
Because what you raised, we don't know that would have been the end part of the total. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
What you've done on your own has added to previous years of what has been done.
Well,
Not saying anything against prior. I'm just saying that everyone that gets involved and donates adds to it.
yes, they do, and we have a very good team here.
We're just the mouth.
Well,
We're just a mouthpiece.
that's what I actually. That's exactly what I tell Kathy. She does everything. I just run my mouth, and that's what I
Yeah.
have always done. So, but the bike run weather's supposed to be real nice.
Nice.
Mid to upper 70s for the bike riders.
Nice.
A new route the sheriff's department is
Oh,
providing
good.
us. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope everybody will come out there.
Have you got a lot of sign-ups yet?
As of last night, I think 76 were interested. So
What?
if 76 are interested,
Sure.
that means they're riding.
That's
Good.
awesome.
Bring
That's
it
awesome.
on. Let's get her done.
Did you get what I sent you on Teams?
Yeah.
That was sent by one of our listeners who's in the military. Anyway, getting back to Michigan, Chris and I were on this like glue yesterday, but 4 people were killed and at least 8 injured as of last night when authorities say a man opened fire at the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc Township, Michigan, and then set it in ablaze in what federal officials called an act of targeted violence. At 10:25 a.m. Sunday, a gunman later identified as Thomas Jacob Sanford drove a vehicle into the church. I think it was the front doors, right, Chris?
Yes. Mhm.
He got out and opened fire with an assault rifle. Now, what I find so amazing is the first officers to arrive on the scene arrived within 30 seconds of the initial reports, and law enforcement killed the shooter in the church's rear parking lot 8 minutes after the first reports. Authorities believe the shooter was able to spark a fire that eventually enveloped the church before it was contained. Now, I know last night they found 2 bodies in the church, in the burnout church, and they said there are still a few people unaccounted for, so they may be finding more bodies. But then and again, this could be people that left the scene and have not checked in. So I pray that they don't find any more. But at least 2 of the 4 victims were fatally shot. The other 2 that were deceased were from the fire
Yeah,
inside of the church.
I think it was red smoke inhalation.
Yes. 8 people were wounded, with 1 in critical condition and 7 who were stabilized. So they still have 1, as of last night, was still in critical condition, and they were just waiting on that. But he exited his vehicle and began firing at an assault rifle at the parish, at the people in the church. Now, my understanding is one of the news yesterday said that when he first crashed into the building, there was people kind of confused over it, and they were like, what's going on? And a couple of the people inside the church came running out thinking he had wrecked his vehicle. And as they ran out to go help him, that's when he opened fire on them. And then I have another, if you saw this, let's see, another eyewitness who said the gunman rammed the car into the church, poured gasoline on it, then went around the building with a gun asking people, do you believe in Jesus or Joseph Smith? And when they didn't answer, he shot them. Is that crazy?
Yes.
It
Crazy.
is
Very good.
No matter whatever religion you are affiliated with, you have a belief in Jesus, and it's very, very, very sad that a house of worship now
Absolutely.
It's
The killing grounds.
yeah.
Right.
They're just. I heard someone say yesterday to me, "We're not even safe in
In a
the house
church.
of God."
I know.
Haven't been for quite a while, y'all.
No.
This has been going on for
And the three of us
quite a
were
few years.
talking back and forth last night about the comments being made on social media. I'm like you, Chris. Whenever something breaks out, I jump right onto a live stream.
Mhm.
And usually on YouTube, I have several channels I go to, and you can read the comments as they're flying by. Some of the what is wrong with this nation? What is wrong with people is all I've got to say. Some of the comments, it was horrible, absolutely horrible. The comments.
Well, I was asked a question: when did all this start? Hate actually started over 2,000 years ago. This is not new.
It did.
Hate has been around since mankind. Before, over 2,000 years ago, hate has been around. The question was, when did all of this gun violence? How far back? I understand these two men. I'm not going to call them gentlemen. These two men were stationed here at some point,
Yep.
and
Yes.
I believe you said right for Afghanistan.
At
Iraq.
the same time,
Iraq. What do you think about these
yeah,
those Vietnam
crazy.
veterans that came back?
Well, let's say all that
And
for
the war
just a
there.
second, though.
Okay.
Yes, they were, along with hundreds of thousands of people who have not taken this kind of action. How many Marines do you know who have done that? I know of two now. In recent times. How many hundreds of thousands of others have not? Did your daddy ever go out and do this? My brother-in-law hasn't. I don't know of any more. I don't personally know of any Marine who's gone out and done anything like this.
well,
Do
Rayford,
you?
let me ask you this: you were in law enforcement.
Yep. How many cops
You
have done
were
it?
on the scene of many of a gruesome
Yep.
situation. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of deceased bodies with wounds or other, suicide. That's something that stays with you, does it not? I mean, how do you deal with that?
It's a great question. Everybody has their own way of dealing with it.
You take these young Marines that are joined the Marine Corps just out of high school.
Mhm.
Within a year, they're in a war-torn country. They're seeing people blown to bits. They're seeing their friends or their comrades there being shot and killed. That's a lot of pressure to put on a young mind.
It is. But again, 100,000 others out of every two didn't do a thing. They never did anything like this.
That's true.
How many have you personally known
I'm like,
True.
that
Oh.
have done anything like
Oh.
this?
none.
Out of 100,000, not knowing them personally, but out of, I don't know, I've probably known, God, had dealings with at one time or another at least 1,000 Marines. And not one of those have I ever read about at any time since then doing anything stupid like even the individuals that I dealt with, Jack Bright, Paul Buchanan,
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Phillips, all of these are prior law enforcement here in Jacksonville, Onslow County. How many of those people, we dealt with tons of Marines,
Mhm.
They didn't go out and do these kinds of things.
Well, they're saying this guy from Sunday, his name is Thomas Jacob Sanford, did have issues with PTSD.
Yes.
Right
He
now,
had another issue with insulin.
his son had a congenital hyperinsulinism,
insulinism.
hyperinsulinism. What a word! A rare condition where the cells of the pancreas create too much insulin. And they said last night that the child has had 2 surgeries as a result of that.
Yeah.
So he is dealing with a child that has health battles. But they said as of last night, there was no motive established in the investigation, nor has there been any suggestion made that Sanford's political views or his son's condition played a role in his thinking. That was as of last night. I know there was a lot of political talk last night on this. Someone had produced a picture and it was where he in 2020 was wearing a Trump shirt. And then more recently, they were sharing pictures of a Trump Vance sign on the man's fence with a stop sign over top of it that he had turned negative towards the administration. Now, that doesn't mean that it has anything to do with what he did yesterday.
Nope.
But the comments, comments are so, like you say, Chris, the word hate has no bounds, but they were really bad. Really bad.
And how do you? I mean, what can you hate?
You don't know. That's
I can
right.
hate a lot of things. I can hate Adolf Hitler. I can hate this. I tell Khomeini for holding our people hostage. Yeah. I can hate a lot of things, but how do I really hate very much?
I don't think you do.
No, it's just hate. If you live with hate, I don't know anybody who's ever been very active in their lives. I mean, really active, physically active, who doesn't hurt. There are a lot of people who have done nothing during their entire lives. And guess what? They hurt. There are people that hurt. There's a thing called arthritis that sometimes drive you nuts. Neuropathy of your feet.
Yes.
Y'all aren't there yet. Neuropathy of your feet, your legs. Neuropathy of your feet
That's very bad.
is awful. Burning sensations. Can you imagine just having it feel like somebody's holding a match underneath your foot or your leg or what your arthritis sitting in? There's little things there that, golly, you have a problem opening a bottle of Coca-Cola, it gets harder.
Mm-hmm.
And it causes you to give up drinking it. But
You need to get
butter,
cans.
a jar of peanut butter, little things like that. Bending over to tie your stupid shoelaces makes you think about Velcro. Hello.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of older people going from shoelaces to Velcro
Oh yeah,
or slip-ons. Skechers makes
they come
a
off.
great.
I have never been able to keep slip-ons, loafers, or whatever on.
Oh no, I
They
love the
never-
Skechers step
They
in.
never work. I step out of a lot of step in, so whatever.
Well, it seems like every weekend now we sit on pins and needles to see what's
We do.
next.
What's next? What's next?
What's
What's this
next?
weekend?
Yes.
We don't want everybody
And
to
a lot of
keyword.
people now, this is just what's being said on social media. I have no confirmation on any of this, but a lot of people were remarking on social media that October 18th is supposed to be big protest in every state across the United States protesting against Trump. So not confirmed. It's just what's being said on social media. Everybody just stay home and enjoy your kids and your family.
Go
and
fishing.
Go
Get ready for
fishing.
Thanksgiving.
get your grill out.
Now, let's just talk about the hate and discontent. I'm going to put those two together here because I don't know that anybody in this discontented group of individuals that are out there are really full of hate. I think they're full of something else, and not what you're
No,
thinking.
I'm not thinking what you're
Not
thinking.
thinking that. I think they've got something else, some other motives, some other whatevers, and I'm not sure it's totally self-motivated. The people that are going around shooting at ICE headquarters, threatening to kill ICE agents. I saw the opening. I love comedy first.
Mhm.
I look at these real honest to goodness comedians, some of them getting started, some of them are veterans with shows on YouTube that they're there everywhere. You can find something you like. Some of it's off color. A lot of it's off color. There's a place called Dry Bar. There's nothing that's off color. No cussing.
Mhm.
No of the really off color stuff that you get elsewhere. They do that for a reason. But then there was this one comedian that I'd never seen before, and they covered her like she was something special as she left the dressing room and headed up the stairs as you hear the beginning of the announcement of her grand arrival. Up the stairs she goes on camera. And then I'm like, she's wearing and I really shouldn't judge, but I did.
Don't judge.
Yes, I do. I judged. She's guilty too of being wardrobe
malfunction?
No, ugly.
Uh-oh.
Just maybe the
Oh.
wardrobe wasn't so ugly. Just what she got up there on the stage in the first sentence that became ugly, but made me judge her about for everything else that I saw up until then, because I haven't seen her since. Because I got through the first line, it click. That's how long it takes me to move away from you. When I dump you, son, you've been dumped. You'll never be resurrected. I am not the one that will resurrect you, not as my friend or anybody that I care about. But her wardrobe, a onesie, I guess. I don't know, from her tops of her feet all the way up to way too low.
Did
up
I have
here.
a bunny hat
No,
on?
and just lots of extra stuff that should not have been as revealed as it was. But I mean, just by the nature of it being there, it was going to be revealed with an outfit like that. And it was just like, there was way too much of her and not enough of their outfit.
You
Let's
did
put it that way.
the
Now,
recent.
Let me get to you
Okay.
what really sank my boat. And I tied her to it on the way down. She walks up, saunters up on the stage. Howdy, walks over to the stool that nobody ever sits on that contains a glass of water. And so she starts off this event. I don't know where it was because I turned it off. She picks it up and drinks it. God, water like I like it. I hate ice.
Mhm.
What do you think she was talking about? And everybody applauded. No, click, bang, done forever.
We're getting
Yeah.
old, Rayford.
Well,
No, I'm not. That was a
I
direct
can't
shot at
tolerate-
ICE, and that kind of activity is promoting the acts of violence against federal agents who are there to do what we tell them that we, the majority of the people, the law-abiders people in this country, are mostly in this country are law-abiding people
mhm.
because there are not enough prisons to put everybody in. But they're doing what they're told to do.
Well, I watched
What they're sworn to do.
Anyway, I watched a YouTube channel last night from Portland, Oregon, where they were doing live on the scene from the Antifa members that were out there protesting against ICE in Portland, Oregon. They had all sorts of police out there. I know the president said that he sent in National Guard there. I wish you'd just seen the way that most of them were dressed. They were all young kids that have no knowledge about government.
Nope.
Or even what Antifa is, but had to dress in the one-piece bunny outfits and the purple hair and all the other clown suits they were out there wearing, out there protesting and getting up in the law enforcement officer's face, calling them vile names, spitting at them, throwing rocks at them, throwing water bottles at them. I mean,
It's assault.
what in the world? I
Okay.
watched it till I fell asleep.
Let me mention. Okay, so Gavin Newsom, and I bring him up because he's the one that signed a bill that said, you can't, federal agents can't wear masks and things like that. San Francisco,
You can do all you want to federal agents, but that does not apply.
no, I realize
You
that.
can
Chris.
sign. The governor can sign an order that says no cops, no federal agents
Sure.
will carry guns. Yeah, how long that's going to last? It's not worth the paper.
This is what you do. You take Gavin Newsom and you put him in a room full of angry conservatives, and he's going to wish he was wearing a mask.
Well, you're right. For what he said means absolutely nothing. But he did it. He said it. He's stirring the pot,
That's
Mhm.
all it's doing.
and
I agree.
and so to your entertainer part, two things that happened over the weekend. One happened during the Ryder Cup, which is golf, and it's European against the Americans. The American fans were out of place, and the person that they had as a quote celebrity announcer at the first tee announcing who the golfers were happened to say, "Blank you, Rory McIlroy."
Is he the one that walked out?
Well, he
refused to play?
No. He didn't walk out. The fans just kept on him using that same language. These people are out doing a sport, representing their countries, and we gave a very bad impression of our. But then last night, and I have a problem with this. I'll just say it right now. The halftime shows of the Super Bowl are pathetic now. I don't watch them.
Yep, I don't either.
They announced.
Are you coming up with what I've got right here?
Yep, Bugs Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I know it's Bad Bunny, but Bugs Bunny. Another rapper.
Yeah, who sings. He's a Latino. He doesn't sing in English, and he is a rapper. And the NFL has chosen him to headline the Super Bowl halftime coming up in February.
Actually, a point people may not know: the NFL don't pick the halftime entertainers.
Yeah,
the host city picks the halftime entertainer, and they don't get paid. That's what I said. There you go.
He's
host city.
Puerto Rican superstar. His selection comes amid another career-defining run. He's fresh off his historic Puerto Rico residency this month that drew more than 500,000 fans and is leading all nominees at the Latin Grammys in November.
What drew 500,000 fans?
He has become one of the world's most streamed artists with albums such as Anveriano Senti, whatever. It's all Spanish. I mean,
where did he appear that had 500,000?
This is
Or maybe online.
online.
Gotcha.
Online, yes, and it's Theo calling.
We could get up there and jump up and down to get 500,000 people if we wanted to.
I just he's a rapper. I'm not into rap music. All is well, all is good. That doesn't mean that you can't be into it. It's just my choice. But we had to do the halftime.
But it is now. When I said that the host city picks them, it is NFL driven because they want the young people who you just mentioned that have no clue of what they're protesting about.
Yeah.
About anything. They're 18, 19-year-old kids that probably can't look at a watch and tell what time it is.
I mean,
not a real watch, they can't.
Among the Latinos, he is like their idol. He's top. He's great. But when I think of the NFL halftime show, I think of like baseball, like USA, apple pie, hot dogs, and let's put a performer up there that everyone can relate to.
It's not happening no more.
I was very upset.
They'll be able to track the ratings during that particular thing because they can do that on TV now.
What does it matter?
It matters to me because I'm curious. Theo, good morning. How are you?
Hello, my friend.
What's going on?
You are.
Well,
You're already talking prejudice.
No.
Well, what's the big deal about what the entertainer is? Because he's Puerto Rican or because you don't like the music?
Because he's a rapper.
What music would you like? Frank Sinatra?
That would be nice. But
he would probably draw more people.
Nice.
No, I think.
So you're already stirring the pot the way you're talking.
No, you're wrong in accusing us of being racist because we don't like the entertainment. That's wrong, Theo.
Theo, I took music. I took music appreciation.
Y'all not gonna hear each other at all, and I can't hear either one of you. So one of you hush. Now, Chris is trying to get some word in here, Theo. Slow down.
My only point was this. I took music appreciation in college. I worked in radio, different formats for 10 years.
Right.
I appreciate all music except rap because rap is a genre that promotes violence
against
disgrace
cops
against
and
women,
people.
Disgrace against law enforcement. That's the only problem I have, Theo.
It goes against women?
There's
rappers. Have you watched wrestling lately and what they're doing to women, beating them up on the stage? Have you watched that?
What?
Are you okay with that?
Nobody's getting beat up. That's all part of the
Yes,
show.
somebody's getting beat up. Okay, listen, let me ask you something about the veterans. There's other countries, right? Let's go to Ukraine. Ukraine
is having a war in its own land. Do you see their veterans taking cars and going to the churches? Do you see them taking boats and going and killing people? Don't you think some of them have PTSD? Why isn't that happening in other countries?
How do we know it's
Say
not?
Iraq, where our military men came, they blasted that whole country up. They saw their women and kids dying, just like in Ukraine. Do you think they do that kind of stuff over there? Why didn't they do it? You know what? Why don't you send Greg Murphy, who's a doctor, over there and find out why those people don't have the same problems we have here? Okay? And let me tell you another thing. There's no guns going around in those countries.
Oh, yes, there are.
Okay?
Every civilian would.
Health care. When the veterans are coming back or they're home, going through what they're going in Ukraine, their health is being taken. We had to get Medicaid to help about veterans here that had no health plan, and they were found on the streets. They don't have that kind of stuff over there. So if you want to start doing something, okay, talk nice and think about what you can do about these veterans and the help that they need. Okay? Send Greg Murphy over there and see what he can find out about those men over there and why they're not going through the same thing. Because they take care of them different over there than we do over here. Okay? Why don't they have these problems, Chris? Why don't they have, you talk about religion, why don't they go take a car and go through their churches and kill homeless people? They have guns there? Who said they have guns?
I did. They do have guns.
Really? They have guns as often as we have them here, that you can go pick up a gun at any time. And by next week, there's going to be another gun show over here, Rayford.
Yes.
They don't have gun shows over there, okay?
They have
Nice try.
knives there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
okay.
Well,
All right.
They have knives.
okay, so when you
Okay.
finish talking, I'll
Send
go.
Greg Murphy over to these countries that Ukraine, they're watching. How about Gaza, where the people are getting killed? You see anybody taking a car or guns and going and shooting their own people? I mean, the veterans are here to kill the enemy, not come over here in America and start killing Americans. I mean, are you kidding me? These people need help from the beginning. They shouldn't be found in the streets. And we can't get Medicaid in North Carolina 2 years ago when 30,000 of our veterans were off medical help. So you got a big problem over here. Take care.
You too, Theo.
Okay.
I think I said that at the beginning of the show, didn't I?
You know, that's what we're talking about.
The one thing I want to say real quick, and then I'll let you finish up, Rayford, is the fact that because I don't like a rapper does not make me prejudiced or racist. It's just my preference of music. I just don't see where Bad Bunny is a great choice, in my opinion, to perform for all the people. That's all I've got to say.
I don't think
You're
even if, Puerto Ricans, I don't consider that a racist thing.
No.
I don't know. Maybe maybe I look at things differently. Okay, guns in Ukraine. Yeah, they didn't have any guns. The civilians were not allowed to have guns for the most part in Ukraine until this Ukrainian war broke out. And guess what happened? President Zelensky, at that point in time, he said, we don't have enough members of our military to fight these evil Russians that have invaded our country.
Right.
He opened up the armories. He gave guns to civilians. Who is fighting this war in Ukraine against Russia? The Ukrainian military is not big enough. They have
Civilians.
armed civilians. Civilians have taken up arms, supplied, and these are military arms. They are not the AR style of assault weapons. These are fully automatic guns.
Right.
These are AK-47s and whatever other arms that they're using. These are real, honest to goodness military weapons, and civilians have them. Let's go to Jerusalem. Let's go to Israel. Do you have any idea how many civilians carry guns in Israel for self-defense purposes? It is not unusual. I'm told, I haven't been there, but I've seen the photos and I know people who have been there, to find women shopping with an AR strapped over their shoulders. Same thing in Alaska, but they do it for different reasons there. But they carry guns. They have guns.
And more people.
What
these
is going
days-
wrong in this country? We don't know what the Ukrainian military is doing, the veterans there. We don't know what's happening after hours. I don't know. You don't read about it. There's one of the things, too, Theo and others, that is controlled in places like your wonderful other countries that they have all of the healthcare insurance in the world that they complain to me about because it sucks. They've got people who control something called the media. The media does not have the right to broadcast or print anything that they want. An American correspondent, and it's happened more times than one, is out of hand and puts out stuff that the Russian government does not like when he's assigned to work Russia, he's gone. He's not eliminated. He's just moved out. His credentials are canceled and he has to leave. They control what we read around this world. They control what every Russian, every Ukrainian, all over the world this is done. It's controlled by the government. Pravda is misnamed. Do you know what stands for? What the not Pravda stands for? Do you know what the word is translated?
No.
Truth.
Oh.
Truth
Cool.
from their government. Yeah. I used to listen to Radio Moscow. It infiltrated the ham radio bands. They changed frequencies regularly, especially on 40 meters. You could pick them up all at nighttime. And they got in our way. Us trying to use it because they got multi-megawatt stations, million-watt stations. And you should hear the English language. And they had Russians who spoke perfect English, much like Tokyo Rose used to speak perfect English, and there was no difference in the rhetoric that they were giving us.
Well, it's going to be interesting. Trump is meeting with, is it Netanyahu? Today?
Meeting with Netanyahu.
About trying to end the war, and then we've got 2 days left before the government shuts down unless the Congress can learn to work together.
Oh, it's going to happen. It
for
always
the
happens.
American
My
people.
God. They
Yeah,
throw
it does.
this crap out there every year, and I'm tired of it.
And you
Someone
notice
said, let him do it.
it's every year we wait till the last minute, have to extend it, do a quick bill to get us through to another month. And it's always the two sides fighting
Do you
each
like
other.
the price of
Comes down to
gasoline
that.
we have right now that used to be $4 a gallon not long ago?
Heck yeah.
$2.52 the other day when I filled up.
Well, they just went up to 265 this morning.
Where? Sam's?
Down the road.
Oh,
Yeah.
down here varies up and
Well,
down.
yeah, but Murphy, who was keeping up with Wawa,
Yeah, they were doing it
who was
because of
making,
promotional.
yeah, making Sam's keep up with Wawa.
Yep. So we'll see.
The Wawa's got a special
But
rate.
260 whatever is a
Yeah.
lot
New
lower
people.
than
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. And if they can run the price at 252,
Mhm.
justify increasing that price to 265, other than your own greed. When gas was 27 cents a gallon, can you imagine them adding 15 cents, 16 cents to the price of it? How that would have gone over?
Wawa.
Talk about torching gas stations.
They're saying right now Wawa's $2.74 today. $2.74.
See,
Poor
that's
Circle
I'll
K.
protest.
So they went 21. They went up 21
When
cents.
these places do things like that, I protest by not driving as much. I will find the
Ding.
cheapest gas around and use it.
To Circle K, because I still think I have one more tank of gas for 25 cents off a
You
gallon.
just got to be careful because that price of gas that you buy may be 25 cents higher than it.
Well,
has
I
been.
always know to look.
Yeah, okay. I'm just chilling.
If it's showing that
Just
it's
telling you.
$3 and I'm getting 25
All right,
cents
tomorrow,
off.
what do we have? Scheduler?
I have one that's tentative. I will know later
Mr.
today.
or Mrs. Tentative?
It's a Miss Tentative.
Miss Tentative.
And then the rest of the week looks pretty busy. So
We got Dr. Rose. And we got Peter Wright on Wednesday.
Peter will
We'll find out what's
finally
cooking around-
be
cooking
back
out
in
here.
Wednesday. He said he spent the last 2 weeks trying to catch up from being sick.
I
So
hope he's healthy.
he said he is, yeah.
He needs to be healthy.
Yes. Oh, yeah, because you're not coming in the door. Not. And Thursday we have our Miller time, and then we have a Miss Megan Carter that's coming in. And can you believe this? She's going to talk to us about the upcoming county fair. How many years did we try to get somebody from the American
Every
Legion
year.
to come in and talk about the county fair? And they said, no.
No.
Well, we have Miss Megan Carter now, who's going to, and she's not with the American Legion, but she will
Well,
be in to
that's-
talk about
You
it.
know,
So,
that's fairly nice.
yay. Thank you, Miss Megan, for reaching out.
I picked up on it. I got you.
But
Explain it to her after the show
Okay.
did I miss something?
That's okay.
again. Okay, we will see you tomorrow morning when, let's see, what did I call myself? Sweet and adorable?
Yep.
Sweet and adorable Rayford.
That's me. Apparently not, because Theo made me feel bad.
Theo tried to make me like a racist. Theo.
I still
You
love
That
Theo.
was
little
mean.
Pig dog, you. You're not a
Was
pig.
mean.
I love you, Theo.
We would have labeled you as a piglet way back then.
From a Hamlet to a
You
piglet
wanted to be
to
we had a
a
one of the
hit.
guys that JPD hired. He wasn't old enough. He was 19 or 20 at the time he wanted to be an officer. He was an officer in training. He was about that tall.
Oh,
Probably wasn't ever going to be in the cards, though he did get a job in Pender County years later.
nice.
But we call him our piglet.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong. You used to
It
call
was
me,
in good
you
fun.
used to call me a rent-a-cop, and that just burned me.
Well, they paid you to be a cop, right?
Well, we got paid, yes.
Yeah, by outsiders. Like
Yes.
hospitals used to hire rent-a-cops.
Yes.
Malls hired rent-a-cops.
The county schools did.
Schools hired rent-a-cops.
All right.
Yeah, okay. So there's nothing wrong with a rent-a-cop. I don't know what the issue there is.
Call me a pig and then call me a rent-a-cop.
I didn't call you a pig. I called you a piglet.
No, not you. I mean,
Piglet.
oh, well, you know what? If that's all they did nowadays, I wouldn't mind filling in once in a while. But people are too mean these days.
I would enjoy filling in, I think.
No, you would, because you'd be like me. You'd slap somebody upside the head.
Not on camera. If it
First
didn't-
time they spit in your face.
Oh, no. This will be the last time to spit in
Yeah,
my face.
that's what I'm saying. Can't do that anymore.
Your first and last is always the same
It's on
stuff.
camera. You've
Okay,
assaulted
we'll see you
somebody.
tomorrow morning. You're live and local Real Talk, where we're not quite right, but we're always awake and never woke. And this weekend, I was always awake more than I was anything else. Bye, y'all. Be safe, and
Rusty.
we'll keep you up to speed on the hurricanes. And just if they don't change course today and tomorrow,
Okay.
then we're going to be talking to you a lot.
Mhm.
Okay, but they're going to change course. Bye, y'all. See ya.